I'm going to introduce two models now, one called the strong model and one called the weak model. And they're named as such for the way that each of the entities interact and how they are framed. So if we look at A and B here, you can see that there is a distinct difference between the weak and the strong models. Weak sustainability or sustainable development presents the environment, social and economic themes with equal weightings and seeks to balance them. This image was developed based on the Brundtland report and was widely disseminated and is commonly used to describe sustainability. There are many, however, who feel though that model is inadequate because of the inherent issues that it makes all three items equal, which I think many people would agree they are not. It is appropriate that different pillars get weighted with different strengths. But again, that depends on your view, and that's something we're going to look at in more detail as we go through the program. Strong sustainability, with a focus on systems, presents the three themes as nested and confers different sizes and weightings to them. This model was presented by Giddings in 2002. The fundamental difference in focus between these two forms reflects the big difference that exists when it comes to perceptions of the concept of sustainability. So we're not trying to give anyone a particular view of sustainability in this program. We would just like people to have a look and consider the various aspects that actually contribute to a sustainable future and maybe look at ways that we can try and contribute to them in a positive way. Another model of sustainability that is commonly noted is the Mickey Mouse model of sustainability. Here you can see that society and the environment are represented as largely being dependent on the economy. And if you look closely, you won't see sustainability specifically mentioned anywhere in that particular model. Unfortunately, I think this is probably a more realistic picture of what has been allowed to happen in the last 50 to 100 years. And while that's fair enough that has happened, I think it is incumbent on us now to try and make the importance of society and societal issues and the environment to be more important when making decisions that involve development. So, a question for you. Which model do you think is better? Would you rearrange them? Would you come up with a new one? And what would your new one look like? We have a number of models we've looked at now where you see the social, environmental, economic mixed. We've got the strong, the weak, the Mickey Mouse, the traditional pillar version. There are other models though. The three pillars of sustainability we have identified in the models that we've looked at are the three E's, the three P's, and one that I didn't mention here are the three F's. Now, if you look at the video that's recommended in this block, you will see that. But there are also others. There's the five P's, which is an additional one to the one that we looked at earlier on, and an additional one to the one that we have included in the title of this program, which is People, Planet, Prosperity, and they add peace in as well. Obviously, that is a very important issue in relation to global sustainability. In education spheres, there is the 5Cs model, which is used by ATU in their Sustainability Centre. It's focused on curriculum, campus, community, culture, and collaboration. And the collaboration in that case is collaborative research between a number of universities on various projects. It is worth noting that in addition to the generally accepted troika of environment, society, and economy, other conceptual frameworks of sustainability exist. These include a variety of different terms and pillars, such as time, diversity, technology and institutional aspects, and culture. Further on in this block, you will see a reading which discusses environmental education and how sustainability education and education for sustainability has sort of grown out of that over the last 50 years. And you will also have a look at how sustainability and sustainability modeling and framing is being looked at in another university around the world in India. And you will see that they use a slightly different model. The important thing here is not really the model or the framework, it's the subject matter and how you try to understand the pillars and the strands in the overall context of society. I think appreciating the importance of each and the interrelationship between them is what we need to get a handle on, is what we're going to try and look at over the coming months. So thank you, and I will see you in the next block.